Hi everyone, today's tutorial is how do we tie a clinch knot. So we're going to start on the absolute basics of fly fishing, and this video today is your clinch knot. In my opinion, we need 3 different kinds of knots in fly fishing. That covers 99% of the things that you're absolutely going to do out there. So pick one that you enjoy, that you can tie well, that you can tie quickly, practice at home, and you're going to be better off on the water. So today is the clinch knot. We'll also explain the improved clinch knot, and I'll tell you why I use one over another in most of my situations. So for descriptive purposes and for better on the video, we're going to use something a little bit thicker. So we're going to use some paracord here and just a key ring on our little fish bottle opener here. I like to practice on stuff like this as well because it makes it easier to start big and then move down to your 5-6X tippet that you might be using on the water. So today for the clinch knot demonstration, this is going to be used for tying a fly on, also attaching tippet or line material to something like a tippet ring or a micro swivel. So this is a good knot to be used on your water situations. I'm going to use this for probably 80% of my flies out there. And almost all my knots out there too. So we're going to touch some of the other knots later on. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to thread this through the eye of our hook or whatever we're tying on. And there's 2 ways to do this. I'm going to show you both of them. The first one that I like to do personally, just because I have a little bit more control over everything, is this. I'm going to thread it through, and then I like to take my pinky and put it right up against the eye of the hook. So this gives me my pointer and my thumb to be able to maneuver the line to twist it. So all we're going to do is we take this tag in and we have our long end here, and we're going to twist the tag in about 6 to 8 times. Because the paracord doesn't cinch as well as everything else in terms of like a 5X line, we're only going to twist it a couple times. Then we're going to take our tag end here, and you can see I still have my 3 fingers through here, and I keep that there on all of my knots, and I need to put it through this loop. If you don't put your fingers there, you've got a really small little opening, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to put that through there. So I'm going to pull that through there, and then I'm going to pull my long end here, not my tag end. So that long end, once it cinches down, when I have a good knot, what I like to say is it looks kind of like a beehive. So you've got the coils to it. So if you're wrapping this 6 to 8 times, you're going to see about 6 to 8 coils through there. Your tag end is going to stick out at about a 90-degree angle from where your hook is there. So that is your proper clinch knot. I like a clinch knot for a couple reasons. First of all, it's one of the first ones I learned how to tie, so I can tie it efficiently. And the other reason I like it is that I can kind of maneuver this knot before I clinch it all the way down and limit my tag end. So I'm not cutting off 2 or 3 inches every time that I cut it. Also, when you're done, you can actually take your fingernails and pull this knot out. So it's a tension knot, and it keeps tension on the tag end. As long as you're pulling tight there, it'll stay on. But like I just showed you there, you can untie it. So the other way to do this, I'm going to show you this before I show you the improved, is you can take your fly, or you can put like a set of pliers on here, and you can twist it a bunch. Once you've twisted it a bunch, you can see the little opening there. And all you're going to do is take your tag end, put it through the opening, and pull down. This paracord doesn't always want to cinch down so quickly as I lost it, but you get the idea that once it goes through there we go. A little less twist, it's going to cinch down there. So that is your clinch knot. The improved clinch, all that one does is after you have twisted a handful of times, you're going to go through the loop like we did, and then if you can see here, there's a loop on the kind of a double loop there, like a figure 8, and you're going to pull that back up the top end. So your tag end is going to come through a little different way, and your knot's going to look a little bit differently. So it's almost going to come up at an angle rather than being out at an angle. There's been knot strength tests out there that show that there's not much difference between these, and actually the clinch knot might be a little bit stronger than the improved clinch. I prefer this on certain hooks like stainless steel. Sometimes that clinch knot doesn't take and doesn't grab very well. So on certain hooks where it's not grabbing very well, I'll use the improved clinch to make sure that it does. So for some reason, when I'm throwing like saltwater flies on a stainless steel hook and I'm throwing 8-10 pound test or even heavier, it doesn't always want to grab those stainless steel hooks. So I use the improved clinch on that. So that is the clinch knot, the improved clinch, a couple different ways to tie it. Practice at home if you're a beginner. Learn how to do this knot well so that when you get on the stream, you can tie it very, very quickly. I've done this enough. I can practically do it blindfolded, and it's just a great knot for me. There's a couple other knots out there. We'll talk through some of them later, but this is a good one to add to your mental Rolodex to make sure that you're using on the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Check out all of our other videos for some instructional stuff, and we've got some more coming out for you later. Thank you.